But first, let me ask some questions to understand what we're discussing. And I ask a lot of questions sometimes. I sometimes even open the Notes app and write in some questions that I later want to find answers to. I don't do it around people I just met. I rarely do it at parties or other gatherings. I usually do it with people close to me who I think wouldn't judge me, or with people who specifically know something and are willing to share it. If I'm a part of a conversation, I'm not rude or interrupting. I usually just ask 1 or 2 questions. If a discussion is about climate change, I'm not asking about monkeys, if you know what I'm saying. I'm also not a complete dumbass. I don't ask questions that generally would be considered dumb to other people. I just write in the notes and check answers later. On the internet, I'm capable of reading, so I make good use of it. But after all, I still ask a lot of questions. I know that sometimes I might come across as annoying. Now, let's move on to the problem. His parents hosted a small weekend barbecue for the entire family. I was the last person who showed up because I had to work late. I entered the house, and when walking towards the back into the backyard, I heard John's mom talking about me. Honestly, she wasn't talking about me. She was more like mocking me. I heard her say in a high-pitched voice, "How does the sun work? Where should I put the fork? Why does nobody like me? How do I wipe my butt?" I just stood there. I had this sinking feeling. I couldn't move, so I just stood there. And I heard them all laughing. One of the wives said, "I don't mind her always asking questions. I think it's cute." And it made me feel hopeful that they would say something like, "Yeah, sure, we're just playing. We love that." But none of them did. Instead, the mom replied, "It's not cute. She's just stupid." After that, they laughed again. I heard John laughing. My heart broke at that moment because he didn't even say anything positive. He didn't defend me. He just laughed. I quietly turned around and left the house. I texted John that I got sick and had to stay home. Now, I'm wondering how I should approach this situation. We live together, and I sleep in the guest bedroom for now. I use the excuse that I don't want him to get sick from being around me. I can't ignore him forever and pretend to be sick anymore because it's been too long. I'm not sure how to proceed. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. I'm considering talking to them about this, but I'm also worried they won't be honest with me. I can't marry him if he thinks I'm stupid, but I also can't marry into a family who thinks so little of me. But maybe it was a joke, and I shouldn't take it so seriously. I'm so torn apart, and every day, I convince myself a bit more that it's okay and that sometimes we should all laugh about ourselves. Now I feel like I'm just going crazy. Update: I texted the wife of John's brother, who said she'd like me asking questions. I asked if we could meet up for coffee. She said sure. We met, and I didn't see the point in pretending to her that I hadn't heard their conversation. So after some small talk, I just said, "I heard you all talking about me during the barbecue." She immediately got sad and said she felt embarrassed. She explained that it wasn't a joke, wasn't out of context, and was just mean and hurtful. She said she was sorry for not defending me more, but I said that it was okay, and I understood. I told her I didn't blame her for anything and just wanted to make sure that I understood the situation and saw it for what it was. And it was laughing about me behind my back, just bullying. At this point, I just had to confront John. We were having dinner together for the first time since the barbecue happened, because before I tried my best to avoid him. I was so stressed I thought I was going to pass out. My legs were shaking, and I was terrified because I knew deep down that this was the moment when my 5-year relationship went down the drain. I looked him in the eyes and asked, "How does the sun work?" He looked confused, so I followed with, "Where should I put my fork? Why does nobody like me?" At this point, the realization hit him, and he started nervously laughing. I said I was there, and I heard them. After the initial shock passed, he got mad. He said it's rude to eavesdrop. I said it's disrespectful to bully people. He tried telling me that it was just a joke, that I shouldn't be so uptight, that it was funny. I said that I didn't find it funny and went to the guest to calm down. He started panicking. He was asking me to please talk to him. He was much more apologetic and said that he would be 100% honest with me. I wondered if his mother made similar comments before the barbecue. He said yes. I asked him if he ever defended me. He said he tried to. I don't know if I believe him. He told me he loves me and respects me. I don't know if I believe it either. I said that I loved him too, but I needed a break. He's all I've ever known. He was my first and only partner. I have no outside perspective, no experience. I need a moment to think. I will be going to my friend's house for a while to think everything through. The apartment has his name on the lease anyway. After I gathered some of my things and left, he kept texting me nonstop. He tried calling, but I didn't respond. I was very hurt because he tried to belittle my feelings. Only later, when he realized that I might break up with him, did he start apologizing. The next day, I decided to give him another chance to explain himself, and I returned to the apartment. He seemed very sad and tired. He said that he told his mother that I overheard them. I said I don't care. It's his time to step up and show me that he cares. I'm not interested in an apology from his mother. I'm already done with her. I can't put up with this behavior and mocking me like we're in primary school. Her ego is probably hurting. I think it's true. She never got the chance or desire to have an education. She is a very good homemaker, but outside of that, she doesn't have many interests. If I ask her about making tomato soup, she will talk for 30 minutes, lecturing me about adding enough sugar but not too much. She will lecture anyone willing to listen, but anytime someone is talking about something she's not familiar with, she gets defensive and tries to imply that nobody cares about that, and if it's not relevant to her, it shouldn't be discussed. Once again, He tried telling me that I should relax because it was only a joke, and at this point, I had enough. I took off my ring and said to him that his behavior was a joke and I couldn't be the punchline. I told him that I wish him and his family the best and to look in the mirror to check if they are as superior as they think they are. I said I was going to be back with my friends soon to pick up the rest of my stuff and not to contact me again unless it was about moving my things out.